Hello everyone and welcome back to Sumit's Academic Zone. In today's video, we are going to discuss the MECP-202 project for Masters of Arts in Economics offered by Indira Gandhi National Open University. Many students face confusion regarding the project topic, format, structure, synopsis preparation and submission guidelines. In this video, I will guide you step by step about how to prepare the MECP 202 project report properly so that your project can be approved without any difficulty. If you are an IGNOU MA Economics student and planning to prepare your MECP 202 project, this video will help you understand the important requirements, structure of the report and some useful tips for preparing the project effectively. So I am directly taking you to the guideline given by IGNOU for MECP 202 project report. Okay, so this is Masters of Arts in Economics guideline. Now I'm gonna tell you the most important things from the guideline. First, the content of this guideline has submission of project proposal, project supervision, project evaluation, formulation of the project proposal, data collection and data sources, data analysis, writing of project report, list of references, project proposal pro forma, first page of the project work, and the certificate of originality. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you the most important things from the guideline, and the first thing is 1.1 submission of project proposal. So this particular section is talking about where you can submit your project proposal. You can study it on your own because you just have to study, you just have to know about the address where you have to send the project proposal. Okay, now the most important part of the project proposal is of the guideline is what components the project proposal must have. However, it is desirable to point out at this stage that your project proposal must include the following. Your project proposal must include the following. Okay, the title of the proposed project. So basically, first you have to confirm the title of your project report. If you don't know how to select the title, you can watch my another video in which I have explained that how you can select the right title for your project report. Okay, first you have to choose the title of your project. Then the second thing you have to include in your project proposal is statement of the problem. Okay, after writing the statement of the problem, the next thing is objective of the proposed study. Okay, what are the objective of your research work you have to mention in your project work. Then you have to write research question. Research question must be related to your objectives. Okay, you have to be write it carefully. It must be related to your objectives. Okay, now the next thing is the kind of the data information to be used. Okay, what kind of data you are using, primary or secondary, that has to be mentioned clearly in your proposal. Next thing is research methodology. If you don't know what is research methodology, you can watch my video on research methodology. You will have detailed knowledge about it. Basically, inside the research methodology, you have to mention the research design, nature and source of data collection techniques, tools to be used for data collection, data analysis. These are the things has to be mentioned in your project proposal under research methodology. Next thing is expected outcomes. So what your study or research work will gonna impact, like what kind of impact your research will gonna create, or that would be the expected outcome from your study. So you have to write it at the end of your project proposal. Okay, this section is talking about the project supervision, who can be the supervisor of your project. You can study it on your own so that you have a basic knowledge about the supervisor. And I also have made a particular video on who can be the supervisor of your project report. You can watch it out. what you can watch it so that you will have brief knowledge about the supervisor of your project, who can be the supervisor of your project. Okay, now I'll gonna talk about the second most important thing is project evaluation. Okay, so for MECP-202 project report, the marks has to be, you have to understand the marks has been divided in two parts, like evaluation of your project, whatever on whatever topic you have made the project report, and that would carry only 70% of mark, and rest of 30% of mark will be carried by Viva. So you have to give Viva for the MECP 202. Okay, now you can see here it's written you must secure a minimum of 14 marks out of 35 in the project report and 6 marks out of 15 in the Viva separately in order to successfully complete your project work. Okay, so you have to remember it. Now see, in your dissertation work or project work, clarity of your topic or clarity of topic carries 10% mark, language, coherence and style 10%, clarity of objectives 15%, methodology 20%, analysis and interpretation 25%. So your analysis and methodology carries most of the mark of your project report. You have to be careful while writing it. Okay, conclusion and references 10% and references 10%. Conclusion and inference 10% and references 10%. Okay, so in this way the mark has been divided in 7 parts. Okay, now formulation of the project proposal. We'll be talking about formulation of the project proposal. So we already had discussion about these things. Your project proposal must have these things. So let's go ahead. Okay, so when you're gonna study this particular guideline in brief, you will have knowledge in which section what you can put in your project report. Okay, like this is the explanation objective of your project, how you can write the objectives. This is written here. Research question, this is written here. So you can read it properly so that you have proper idea about it. Okay, now execution of the project. While executing the project work, the data collection and data source has to be mentioned, and how you can collect the data and what are the data sources are the most important thing. So while making a project report, you have to take care of that as well. Now, okay, primary survey. So in this particular guideline, there are some annexures also given. Okay, so I'm gonna take you there. List of references. Okay, see, in the annexures, the first annexure A is about performa for approval of project proposal. Okay, MECP 202. So this has to be attached. This has to be attached with your project proposal, and you have to fill it properly so that you can attach it, and while submission your supervisor will sign it and stamp it and submit it in the university. Okay, and there are some more annexures, like annexure B. It is for first page of the project work. Okay, and this is certificate of originality. You also have to fill it while submitting the project work. Okay, now I'm taking you to the sample of project proposal that one of my students has made. Okay, so the topic for MECP 202 project report is self-help groups self-help groups and women's economic empowerment study. So this particular topic has been chosen by one of my students, and he has made it. So let's see the table of content first. So the first thing is introduction, as I already said, statement of the problem, review of literature, rationale of the study, objectives, research methodology, implication of the study. However, one thing is missing here. After objective of study, you also have to mention a research question. Okay, then research methodology, then implication of the study, expected outcomes, bibliography, and an extra questionnaire. Okay, so see here, he has written the introduction. The introduction has to be, around 2-3 pages in your project proposal. Okay, like this, and don't forget to provide proper citation. Okay, citation has to be there. Okay, you cannot directly write the content in your project proposal. No, project proposal. The citations must be there in all the paragraphs. Okay. So after writing the introduction, you have to write the statement of the problem. Okay, you can write the statement of the problem like this. Okay, and after that, review of literature. One thing is more missing here. You have to write the introduction of review of literature first. Like one paragraph has to be written as introduction of review of literature. Then you can start the review of literature like this. Okay, so you should write at least 15 to 20 review of literature as per as per the consultation of your supervisor. You can write the review of literature, and then rationale of the study. Rationale of this study, why you are doing this study, you have to mention here. 2-3 paragraphs has to be written as the rationale of the study. Then objectives of the study. The objectives should be correlated with your objectives, title of the study. Like we are studying the economic development. What is the title? Self-help groups and women's economic development. Okay, so all the objectives written here are related with that, like to examine the role of self-help groups in promoting women's economic empowerment, to analyze the financial benefits gained by women through participation in SSG, to study the impact of SSG on women's income generating. So all the objectives are related to the title. Okay, now just after it, you just have to mention the research question, which is missing here. Okay, so you have to write the research question, and those research questions has to be correlated with these objectives. Okay, so remember that. And the next part is research methodology. Okay, what kind of research design you have used in your project report? Like in this particular design, the research has adopted a descriptive research design to examine the role of self-help groups in promoting women's economic development. Okay, right. So the next thing is nature and source of data. Okay, the study will be based on both primary and secondary data. This particular sample has both primary and secondary data, and primary data will be collected from the women members of self-help groups through structured questionnaire, and secondary data will be obtained from books, journals, and research articles. So nature and source of data is, I think, clear now. Now the sample and sampling technique. So the researcher has taken 100 respondent as the sample of the study. Okay, now data collection, how the data can be collected. So primary data will be collected using a structured questionnaire. This is mentioned in this particular research work. Okay, because this is survey based project work. And now the data analysis. The collected data will be analyzed using simple statistical techniques such as percentage tables, charts, interpretation, response, and of the participants. Okay, so the researcher has used percentage tables, charts, and to interpret the responses of the participants. Okay, however, in many research works, different tools are used, statistical techniques are used to interpret the data. So you can use those things as well for the data analysis. Next part is implication of the study. What implications this particular project work will have, that has to be mentioned in your synopsis. Expected outcomes, I already told you. The study is expected to provide a better understanding of role of self-help groups in promoting women's economic empowerment in Kohima, and it is expected that the findings will show that participants in SHG improves women's access to financial resources, encourage regular saving habits. So in this way you have to write the expected outcomes. If you don't understand anything, you can pause the video and you can read it properly, so that you will have a better idea while writing your project proposal. Now, limitation of the studies. You have to write the limitation. What are the challenges you might face while doing your research work? That has to be written here. Like, the study will be limited to Kohima. Okay, only the sample size will be restricted to 100 respondents only. The responses will depend on the honesty and understanding of the participants. You have to write like this. Okay. Now the bibliography are those uh, from where you have taken the sources, or from where you have taken the content. You have to write the reference here, okay, as a uh, bibliography. In this way, you have to write the bibliography in APA format as per the IGNOU guideline. Don't forget to write the bibliography in APA format. Okay. The last thing is questionnaire. Okay, you have to mention the questionnaire from which you're gonna collect the data. Okay, in this way you have to make the questionnaire. If you have made self-made questionnaire, you have to mention it here like this. Or if you have used any tool of a particular author, you also have to mention here as a annexure or appendix at the end of your project report. Okay, so this was all in this particular video. I try to cover most of the important things while making your synopsis and project report. Okay, so this was the basic guidance regarding the MECP-202 project for MA Economics students of IGNOU. I hope this video helped you understand the structure and preparation of the project report. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, share it with your friend and subscribe to the channel Sumis Academic Zone for more videos related to IGNOU project assignments and academic guidance. If you need any help regarding the MECP 202 project or any other IGNOU project, you can contact us directly for guidance and support. The contact number is 7042915615. You can WhatsApp us on this particular number. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.